is Project Zomboid a cozy game? If we look at the tags associated with PZ, the obvious answer would be no. So then a new question arises, can we make it a cozy game? If you know nothing about Project Zomboid, the basis of the game is to try and survive a zombie apocalypse, obviously, but how you go about that is entirely up to you. It's set in the 90s, so there's no access to smartphones, maps are paper copies found in gas stations and junk drawers, and best of all, no AI taking over your entire life. So can you make it cozy? In order to do that, we first have to look at the definition of a cozy game. When we look up the definition of a cozy game, we're given a description about a game that emphasizes relaxation, is non-violent, usually associated with some sort of life sim, and has open-ended goals and encourages self-expression. Cozy games are difficult to define because everybody's idea of cozy looks a little different. But with that definition in mind, let's build some guidelines to help us craft this idea of Project Zomboid as a cozy game. One, it needs to be low pressure, non-violent, or at least very minimal violence, and relaxing, which should occur naturally once we have nailed down the aforementioned criteria. Two, there needs to be some open-ended goals and tasks. Cozy games should help you unwind, not become an endless list of things you need to accomplish. Lists can be relaxing sometimes. I know I love to draw a line through a completed task, but when you have 6 dailies to complete, 3 never-ending main quest lines, and 12 side quests that have you picking flowers and talking to every villager, those lists quickly become a reason to avoid some of your favorite virtual worlds. You create the list, you can enjoy more of your time. And number 3, having some sort of characters to grow attached to or some sort of story that's worth returning to. And in this case, you need to know that the story can be entirely conjured by you. It doesn't necessarily have to be fed to you. So feel free to use your own imagination. But back to our task, can we make this zombie survival horror cozy? There are 2 paths you can take here depending on the experience you're looking for. If you want a cheap smash room, then The Rising is perfect. It has less zombies, and they're a little tamer, so you can keep crafting that cozy rural homestead with minimal anxiety and skip the full-blown panic attack. This style is branded as a cozier experience. I did test this for you guys to see how many zombies you might encounter in an area and how much tamer they actually are. So I'm going to do this test starting from the front door till, I die. Shouldn't take very long. You do have goals and tasks to complete, but you're doing these on a timeline. So get a generator before the power's cut, gather weapons before the next horde arrives, stash food before winter. See how the relaxation is gone? You might as well just return to your normal life at that point. So there are less zombies. I don't see any large groups of them huddled up anywhere. I don't see any of them dragging themselves towards me. I don't think that they are necessarily tamer, unless maybe it is classified as that because the zombie attacks are a bit slower. They're not coming at you as quickly. Maybe that's why. This style doesn't really line up with our criteria. Yes, there's minimal violence. I wouldn't say it's low pressure though. My heart rate still spikes randomly. And there are still those anxiety-inducing sounds. And the story is just as stressful. Mindless undead chasing after you while you're trying to just decorate your living room and grab some beef jerky. So I think that's no pass for me. So I think a better candidate for our cozy challenge would be the custom Sandbox. This playstyle is going to allow you to completely get rid of zombies. Now, before you start using all caps in the comments about how I'm playing it wrong, the game allows for this option. The devs have recognized that some of us can't handle zombies invading our homes, and they have provided us with a great way to try apartment life, gated communities, running a farm, or living out of our cars all with the peace of mind knowing that your face will stay attached to your head. There are also a lot of other settings you can change here before you enter the world, like how much time you have before the power and water are cut, or how much loot you can find, or whether you have to endure the dreaded chopper. I suggest turning that off no matter what playstyle you choose. But you do you. I would highly encourage you to take a peek at those settings and tweak some of them before your next cozy run. Remember, there is no wrong way to enjoy your downtime. So if we change some of the settings in the custom sandbox, does Project Zomboid now meet the cozy criteria? Well, no zombies is pretty low pressure or non-violent if you ask me. It might take a few in-game days to completely convince your nervous system of that though, so be prepared for that. You're still going to want to hang curtains on the windows, and you're still going to stay up listening to see if there's anything beating down your door. Open-ended goals? Yes. If you change some of the settings, you definitely have more time to complete certain tasks, and you get to choose to do anything and go anywhere. You also get to decide what simple tasks you're completing each day. They can even be as frivolous as getting a floral arrangement or grabbing a doily on your next loot run. Yes, I did that. To help make this game feel more cozy, I often try focusing on making my house and property look nice. And with Build 42, proper cleaning has been added, so you can actually make your living environment feel better. And once you've scrubbed the walls and mopped the floor, you can move on to painting and decorating. I even steal flowers that I like from other people's gardens to create my own outdoor oasis. Starting a base and watching it grow over time helps to create familiarity and brings that cozy core to an otherwise nerve-wracking adventure. I know this yard is less than impressive, by the way, but tracking down just the flowers around the exterior of the tree was a trek in itself. I had to head all the way to the edge of the map and back, which took one whole day. Good news though, no rabbits and raccoons were harmed in the making of this garden. A nice feature in PZ is the notebook, or the notepad, or the diary. I just wanted to point out how great the diary looks compared to the notepad, but anyways, these allow you to actually write down your goals, tasks, or even your thoughts right in-game. So you can keep checking off those lists, or maybe even journal about your experiences in an apocalyptic world. Honestly, it feels like we are not too far off in real life. In terms of characters and story, there are no NPCs to my knowledge. I have never encountered any in my solo runs, but I noticed that there were ID cards on your person, and while I was rummaging through other people's belongings, I found some ID cards of citizens. So you still have the sense of human presence, even though the world is completely empty.
Hey!
The latest update, Build 42, has also introduced animals to Project Zomboid. Running a rescue has definitely become a main quest of mine. I cannot just leave these cute little creatures to starve. I tested 3 different seeds and checked the same farm in Muldraw, and you will end up with various combinations of animals, which is nice. On this farm, I was lucky enough to find some piglets and a lamb. My first farm had some rabbits, and on my second farm, I found some chickens and brought them back. When I found the farm, my first thought was, I have to stay here and take care of all of these little creatures. And when I woke up the next morning, I was like, well shoot, now I have to spend all day taking care of animals. Here's the thing though, PZ is not a farming sim. If you play a lot of farming sims, you expect to be doing farm work all day. It just comes with the territory. But because Project Zomboid is a survival game, there is less focus on catering to the animals for your entire run. You still have time to level skills, repaint your house, collect food, and watch some movies. So please don't let the animals turn you off from trying PZ as a cozy game. They really just add to it rather than take away from it. Of course, there are other ways you can increase the cozy core in Project Zomboid. There are countless mods that make PZ a much more relaxing virtual world. I'll drop some ideas for Build 42 mods here, but I'll leave you to check out the full list in the Steam workshop. So all of this leads us back to, can PZ be a cozy game? If we look at all the things that you can do in Project Zomboid, it ticks off a lot of the boxes. Farming, building, cooking, foraging, survival, and exploration. You've got a lot of outfits you can change into, animals to make the world feel less lonely, tasks and goals to complete, houses to renovate and decorate, skills to level. My experience is that you can spend hours here and continually find something to do. And so I think we can safely say that yes, with the proper adjustments, you can enjoy a cozy core Knox County in Project Zomboid. If you like seeing how you can take almost any game and make it cozy, check out this video next. I'll see you there.